Thank you for the raid, Corporal Monkey Shots. We're going to be live in just a few minutes with the Mach 10 Invitational. Hello everybody and welcome to the Mach 10 Invitational. Here, I'm SpottyFC. I'll be hosting the semifinals and the grand finals of this event, a single elimination tournament. 7 teams have entered in. Only one can be the winner, but are in the semifinals right now. We're going to get things sorted out in just a few minutes here to get things underway. If we take a look at the bracket, actually I need to make sure I have the bracket set up. I don't believe I do, so give me a quick moment here to set everything up for you guys. Again, it'll be a 7 teams. We're into our top 4 right now. This is single elimination, best of 5. So both our matches tonight will be best of 5 matches. We're gonna have the semifinals first, actually the other semifinals in HKU AstroLab versus next to new Kooks, who both won their quarterfinals matchups. Then we'll have the grand finals later tonight, as the winner of this match will take on the winner of Black Flash and Mach 10, the hosts of this tournament. $100 grand prize for the top 2 teams that place. And our first match will be next to new Kooks and HKU AstroLab, a best of 5 matchup here for both of these teams. Again, all match night are best of 5. And we'll get these teams in as soon as we can for you guys, because I know this is, again, a match that a lot of you are looking forward to. As am I, again. Again, these are some solid teams, so... Again, I expect this to all be good. It's single elimination, so if you lose, that's it. Your run is over. So for these teams, they don't have much time to rest. You really got to get going in this tournament, and you got to get going fast, and there's a good amount of teams in here that have every chance to take that championship, so you really got to play on your best. Specifically, I'm looking on that actually other side of the bracket, especially with Black Flash. That's a high-level team, so a lot of things I know about that team is that they are a pretty solid side, and that they could definitely be a scary team to play against. Fortunately for these sides, they don't have to worry about them as much as Mach 10 do. Although they gotta go through each other here. It's new Kooks. AstroLab, again, we actually have a recognized tie on AstroLab, as he's also an AstroLab Pink. Next new Kooks with Blackjack, who used to play for Untitled, I believe. So, yeah, I know Owl, I think, used to play on HSG, had a Scarf Gang. Again, there's a lot of solid players here tonight for these tournaments. But again, they're all best, again, matches from here on out are all best of 5 for that championship. So, it's gonna be a big deal for both these teams to get out as far as they can. And AstroLab looks like it's actually playing tonight with Rob, Zeno, and Bucky. We'll see who plays for end-to-end Kooks. Again, it could be any of those 4 players. And if they have subs, they might utilize them. We'll see, though, about that. Again, it's a tournament, $100 tournament. A lot of pressure on these teams to do as well as they can. Get these teams in as soon as possible for the series. Especially getting an update. Of course, AstroLab want a different logo. So, 1 second. We'll quickly that, so these teams are happy with us. 1 second. So, real quick, guys, let me just fix that real quick for everybody. Sorry about all the delays. I'm just making sure, because they actually just had a new logo that they wanted me to use. So, let me just quickly. It's all going. But again, hopefully all of you are doing well. Again, these are some pretty intense matches. At least I would say they're pretty intense. As again, we're gonna get these teams in for this one. HKU AstroLab again taking on next to Kooks as again, sorry about all. So I gotta get everything sorted out here. We'll take a look at the schedule though, why not, while we sort it out again. I still don't know why their logo is showing up as the black one. They said they wanted to change, so. And everything, hopefully we sort out in just a few minutes. Again, just trying to get these things up and ready. And the picture poll is live, by the way, so get your votes in on who you think will take this one. As I'm real quick, I'm gonna actually update the stream and see if. Okay, I think we're stuck on this logo. Unless actually, you know what I can do? I can kill the overlay and see if that will fix it. Apologies for everybody there. There we go. It's fixed. Just have to kill the overlay for that to happen. But hopefully that will get all of our issues sorted out here. And for this best of 5 series, this is part of the semi-finals of the, again, the Mach 10 Invitational $100 prize pool. 70 for the winners, 30 for second place. So to get any part of that prize pool, these teams have to win here. But we'll see how, or if that happens, as we've got everything sorted out, ready to go. Let me just go back to our caster screen here real quick so that you guys can see my face again. There you go. We'll get these teams in for this one. We might as well get our series started now. On the other side is Mach 10 versus Black Flash. The winner of that will go to the finals and will be on this stream. But for that, we've got next to new Kooks, the next to new team in this tournament. Taking on AstroLab's best. A best of 5 matchup. Winner will go to the grand finals. Here between both these sides for the Kooks, they have Blackjack, Calf, and Widow. On HKU AstroLab, it's Bucky, Rob, and Xena. We have seen Bucky before. He was on Zenith Gaming, I think, for a good amount of time. Specifically, I think he's on Zenith Aces, and on the Kooks again, you'll recognize a lot of players. I've already mentioned Blackjack already, having been on Untitled Esports. The Kooks on the blue, AstroLab on the orange. And I would say there's a good amount of pressure on these teams because, again, it's single elimination. The loser will be out of contention for that championship and for the prize pool. There's a lot resting on this semifinals appearance. I mean, they've already had to play the quarterfinals match already, so pressure's only getting higher as I see a little raid coming in from Panda. How you doing, Panda? Hopefully your night's going well. We're here for the Mach 10 Invitational. I don't know why it's called the Mach 10 Open. It's the Mach 10 Invitational. This is the semifinals. Hopefully your stream was good there, Panda. Thank you so much for joining in. Oh, you had the quarterfinals match. Oh, that's great, Panda. I see that. Hey, hopefully that quarterfinals was a fun series for you. Obviously, HKU won that, so And they're still taking on here as next to Kooks, their next opponent right now, though. HKU with some great aggression. We've seen Ty do it before. See if maybe more pressure can be added on. Bucky through the back wall. Widow will send this one away. Blackjack gets past one. Off the sidewall. Calf will not be able to get this one very far through that midfield. As next to new Kooks. Redirect on front! Oh, it's Widow! And that one will find the net. 8 next to new Kooks with a creative start to the series. And that is perfectly placed for goal number 1. What a start here for next to new. Match only continues here. Widow with the block there, but we'll go around that back wall. Bucky will pinch. Calf already looking for the clear for the Kooks here as Widow on top of it. Challenged by Zeno and AstroLab right now again at that early offensive pressure. You saw them huddle around that midfield, but next to new Kooks finding ways to break through, finding a lot more pacing. Maybe just a little bit overall more aggressive at times than AstroLab is. I would say more aggressive on any of these chances they're taking. It is next to new who threw this ball away. Half. This is one past Zeno. Rob to the corner. AstroLab. Oh, they gotta wait again. Another shot from the Kooks, but it will be kept away. Bucky, great first touch. Will send this one downfield, and AstroLab will be waiting as an infield pinch. Rob with an open net, and AstroLab will tie this game at 1. A response off the corner as a pinch in front from Zeno. And no doubts about that one from Rob from point blank range. He won't miss. And AstroLab will get themselves back in it in the Mach 10 Invitational Semifinals. It's only game 1 in a best of 5 matchup like this. Pressure's going to be on these teams to play at their best at any time they can. You know, it's got to be a nerve-wracking situation, knowing that you're in this kind of position, knowing that you're in this place. Especially since, again, whoever loses this won't get anything from it. Teams have already had to play through a best-of-3 matchup just to get here. Still no guarantee they'll be in that top 2. AstroLab with that last goal, who looked to bounce back with the momentum. Blackjack, though, finding Calf. The Kooks going upfield. Widow. Very rarely do we see those Kooks really get to that final third. Going to become a bit of a scare for them, because that means AstroLab can make more chances, can get close themselves, but they also are having issues actually getting shots on net. Are these teams wanting to take all that many risks? Oh, that's a great beat, though! Rob's going to have it! His second of game 1. And AstroLab bounced back into it, as Rob just with some incredible recovery. It's HKU AstroLab who take the lead by 1. Kooks, who scored first, are now at the mercy of the rest of this game, the clock against them. I've got to make another chance to try to take the start of the series. AstroLab not so forgiving about it, as Blackjack to the back wall. That one challenged in front, but it will be AstroLab to clear this one away. Widow won't have it easily. Rob, Calf keeps it away. AstroLab again pushing upfield. Less than 30 seconds to go. They're just looking to keep the ball at this point for HKU AstroLab. No reason to give it up at the end of this game. The Kooks going back. Rob will send this one out. And he'll look for one more, but that play goes wide still. It's AstroLab on the ball with a 1-goal lead. They don't need to give this ball away, but they will here to Widow. Bucky clears it off the back wall, still at 0 seconds. And it still will hit the ground. HKU AstroLab will start the series in their favorable take game 1 here in the Mach 10 Invitational, sponsored by, obviously, Mach 10 Esports. Again, it's a best of 5 matchup, so still a lot more game to go. It's a good start for HKU AstroLab. I'm sure they'll be pleased with that. It is only game 1. There's still a lot more of this series that we have to go through. And you know that with how close that game 1 was, the Kooks definitely feel like a team that can bounce back from losses. But that's going to be a tough question to ask. Yeah, both these teams swept their quarterfinals matchups. To be at this point, obviously, again, this being a best of 5, it's a much longer series, no guarantees to win, even if you do take this game. As already, AstroLab right back to the aggression they started off with in game 1. They're starting off with that as well in game 2. A good sign of consistency for AstroLab that they're already doing the same thing over again. As the Kooks having to deal with the pressure against them. Xeno in the midfield, Widow to send it out. HKU AstroLab to clear this ball away. A little touch from Blackjack will slow them down, however, and next to New, they're still waiting around here. Again, that last game felt pretty low scoring, felt pretty inactive at times. Yet even so, it's still an intense game here. As a chance on net, Kooks to take goal 1. Blackjack will be the one to do it. Off the back wall, off the crossbar. Finally, they'll put it in. Will be next to Kooks, who will take this series back in their favor. How AstroLab has played, they are still that team that feels like they can, you know, hold on to a lot more of this possession at a time. The Kooks, it feels like a lot more of the goals are based on quick attacks, quick plays upfield, and while that isn't a bad way to get chances, it is one that can leave you susceptible if the other team is good at the midfield pressure, although that's an overcommit, and Widow's going to be waiting upfield. Another goal for next to new Kooks as, well, simply put, Rob actually didn't have to challenge there. He could have waited back. It looked like the Kooks were actually going for a pinch there. I think if Rob waited, he's getting that ball back, and HKU AstroLab won't have to worry about any chances against them. He got a little too carried away with that challenge, and, well, everything else will go on through. As Blackjack will now make it free. Another goal in front. These guys just continue to score. No ends here to next to Kooks in their scoring prowess, and what I'm after is actually, I'm getting a message in chat. I forgot AstroLab's match was the only one that wasn't a sweep in the quarterfinals. No wonder. It wasn't a sweep. I don't know why I thought it was a sweep, because I know their match was the last one to end. My apologies to everybody watching, but and you guys did see the schedule, so thank you for correcting me though in chat, as this game only continues here in game 2. The Kooks, again, their win was a sweep over KCG Holes. On the other side, again, AstroLab, their win was a game 3 win over Sunset Elite, which is Jay Krios on a side, as well as Hockey. So it's basically the Team Not Found side, which is a pretty tough team to beat. So good on them for getting that win. No, that team has been tough to beat no matter which way you look at it, but the Kooks are also in that Surge Cup as well, one of the top teams there. Although I don't believe they're in the same group, so they'll not be able to play against each other until the playoffs in that tournament. So this match actually could be a fun little precursor to that. Although the Kooks, it's them who didn't take game 1, who and had an issue there, that comeback from HKU AstroLab, but since then, this game, a lot better on the shooting, a lot better overall. They just have a bit stronger positioning on these 50s and challenges, and they're doing a lot better, you know, forcing AstroLab to have to play against their own kind of style, where that pressure in the midfield is held against them. Still over 2 minutes to go for AstroLab. That means a comeback is possible, but you really gotta think more realistically about this game, and I really think more likely what we're gonna see from AstroLab is them just try to kind of get their confidence back, get themselves back in control. So far, though, no guarantees. Actually, this isn't even the Mach 10 Invitation. This is actually, it is the Mach 10 Open. Man, I'm having issues with naming here. As next to new, we'll keep that one out. I'll have to change the name back for Game 3. I'm sorry, everybody, but about the names there. Actually, I did make the name incorrect at the start. It was Mach 10 Open 1, actually, so Again, apologies on this, the stream... I knew I forgot something before I got the semifinals going. Yeah, thank you, chat, for helping me with correcting that stuff. Don't worry, it'll be all good by the finals. As I play on for the Kooks, and it's Calf with the finisher. I believe we actually may have seen Calf on, I want to say New Age Gaming in the past. So many players were streaming on the stream, but that's his first real major showing of this series. He's been pretty quiet so far, but that goal will definitely allow him to break in. And the Kooks only scoring more here after that Game 1 defeat. It was close. This one is not the same way. They have completely run away with it. Again, the fortunate thing for AstroLab is that it is a best of 5, so nobody's on match point if the Kooks do take this game, which is almost guaranteed at this point as Calf nearly makes it 5. Kooks just going to wait on top of this. Widow up for Blackjack. A redirect on, and there's one more. The scoring only persists further for these teams. As Widow finds Blackjack, Blackjack finds the goal. Just more and more scoring. These goals, pretty nice looking as well. Some great passing from the Kooks. Again, you see maybe Game 1 was kind of their testing game. They have not needed a game like that for a little bit, so definitely a good look for the Kooks. That this game has, again, that last game was only one just to test how the AstroLab side would play. This is a huge return to their form. One of the reasons why this team's so tough to play against. So one of the reasons why they're considered one of the best in the Surge Cup. That's a big giveaway. Calf will save it out, although again the Kooks are up by 5. I don't think they really care, even if they were to be scored on. But AstroLab does. They've had no momentum since the start of this game, and I don't know if they're even going to get a chance at that net. Here comes Rob, but that's going to go high. He's still looking for it, and it's going to be open for Zeno. AstroLab will score 1 by the end of this game, but obviously it comes a bit late. Still, the major point about this goal is that it might be a momentum for them. Going into Game 3, a little bit of confidence to help themselves out. This will mark the end of Game 2 next to New Kooks with a beautiful, as I said, return to form. AstroLab's going to have a lot of work to do if they want to take down the Kooks, because there is, again, this is not a matchup that's so simple, so easy. They will get one more, though. A beautiful pass, man. We've had 7 goals combined this game. 5 from the Kooks, but these last 2, both from AstroLab, is a beautiful pass from Zeno, finds Rob. And AstroLab, well, they'll have a few goals to go into Game 3 with the series tied up. Again, no guarantees on who's putting this one, but mind that prize pool on the line. These teams obviously know just how much it matters to them to take this win and, you know, be that team that can go to the top. I mean, for AstroLab, that first series wasn't even a guarantee against Sunrise Elite. There was no guarantee on that one. Just, again, with the caliber of players that it was again, mostly the team not found roster for 135, so, again, even just to get to this point, a pretty big deal for them, but not the chance to take down the Kooks. What a huge win it would be for HKU AstroLab, but Game 2 didn't look like it. It looked like it was the Kooks who really did run away with it after that first goal, and for AstroLab, they're going to need to find their return here in Game 3 with match point on the line here in the semifinals. It's going to be the Kooks who almost get the first strike. Really shut off the kickoff. And next to New Kooks. Putting off well, but pressure's only going to get tougher and tougher as a redirect in front. Bucky to clear it away. AstroLab now back the other way themselves. Rob, the dribble, stopped by Blackjack. Will be the Kooks to send this ball away. AstroLab, up again is Zeno. Blackjack pops this one high. Zeno, back pass, and some great control from AstroLab. Again, we said we need to see this team return to what we saw in Game 1, and they're already doing it here with some incredibly well-placed passes as a breakdown from the Kooks, and it's Rob with goal 1. Blackjack got that pressure, he felt it there from Zeno, and he just gave that ball away. Was looking for Cap, but that pass was far too light. This one will be away as Blackjack typing in chat. when is the main event? It's going to be right after the series. We're going to have our grand finals. The other match is on Verify's stream. He's one of the players on Mach 10. I know he's streaming that semifinal matchup between Black Flash and Mach 10 Esports. So, again, the winner of that will be on the stream for the grand finals. We are not streaming it. It is happening right now as we speak. I'll update you guys when that match is concluded. Black Flash are considered the strongest team in this tournament, so Mach 10's got a lot of work to do, but we've seen this Mach 10 team make some pretty insane upsets before. In their own tournament, they'd probably love to do that again. Right now, AstroLab, Widow, little 50 with Xeno. Now he's got the flick. Get past Bucky. Will be AstroLab to help to clear this ball away. Calf dunks by Rob, and this one in front. HKU AstroLab continuing to play offense. And man, this kind of control. We're just seeing back and forth these teams take control over the series. This one continues. Pressure only getting stronger and stronger for HKU AstroLab. Only a 1-goal lead to speak for it. AstroLab have not been able to score much. The next new Kooks defense has been exceptionally well this game. They haven't been able to push upfield, and that could cost them. If they can't get upfield, they're not taking this game, that's for sure. They'll need some space, they'll need some time, and this might be it. Blackjack by himself. You saw Widow push up for that bump, but hesitated before they actually went for it, and maybe the Kooks who want this ball away, although that one off. Here comes Widow, she can't get it, and Xena will hit off the back wall. Bucky. And the Kooks will clear this one away as Widow again. Here he goes. Pinch down in front. Widow. Xeno waiting, and a save will be made, but next to new Kooks are the ones challenging with Calf. Oh, only a 1-goal lead. The pressure's really on these teams. This has been a close matchup. Again, match point on the line. You know, you ask maybe sometimes how much does it matter to these teams to take this game. I think this is a good example of how much it matters. No team giving an inch at any point on the field. But something's got to break at some point, don't you think? And that might be it! A mistake! And it's Widow to capitalize! Next to new Nooks, waited patiently, and a chance will come on a silver ladder as Rob's touch just far too heavy and not well placed enough. One mistake will set all the work for AstroLab back. The Kooks tie it at 1. AstroLab off the kickoff. It's away by Widow. Calf to keep it upfield. The confidence, you see it here from the Kooks. A whole different team, a lot more energetic, and a lot more heavy on the push. This is going to spell disaster for AstroLab. The Kooks have scored that goal and are only playing better, only playing more confidence. Calf, he's got it. 2 in front. He can't get the fake on Rob, but it goes straight to Widow. Already scored that 1 goal. Widow up to the ceiling, has the reset. This one maybe looking for Blackjack, but will still be the Kooks who play on the ball. Xeno fires this one wide, and there'll be Blackjack next to it for the Kooks. Rob back for AstroLab. Calf to keep it out. 1 more goal at least to determine who will take this game and match point with it. HKU AstroLab took game 1 and have looked like the better team in game 3, but one mistake can set them back in the series. Next new Kooks just playing and waiting for the opportunity, but that might not be it there. Bucky getting challenged by Widow, who has become more and more aggressive as this game has gone on. So many of these aerial solo plays are made by them, as here's another chance in front. Bucky will be there, but a double commit from HKU AstroLab means they've got to keep the ball away. Bucky now actually may turn this to offense. Saved by Widow as Calf, not in the right position. And maybe a chance for Rob, off a back wall, less than 10 seconds to go. Blackjack will keep it out. Now 1-on-1 with Xeno. The flick goes high, that one on, oh, it's just off the crossbar. And we go to overtime. Match points for whoever wants it. Next goal decides who will have series advantage. Next to new, nearly had it at 0 seconds on that counter-attack play. With the ball hitting the ground, they've got to recreate those opportunities. Calf now. Challenged by Xeno. AstroLab will continue to hold that midfield pressure as they have done so far for almost the entirety of this game. The midfield is for AstroLab. No questions about it. For the Kooks, again, they've been waiting patiently for the break in that rotation, for the break in the playstyle. When will we see it? Will we even see it? Calf looking right now, but it will be Xeno to keep it out. And a second touch will assure his team that will be AstroLab who go upfield again. Triple commit from the Kooks. Will it be back for it? Bucky now. Up is Rob looking for the redirect. He's tapped it down for Bucky, but cleared by Blackjack. And it is next to Kooks who hold on for now. Off the corner from Bucky. AstroLab first to it is Rob. Hasn't been able to make it there, work there. The Kooks again on the solo play. Can't get anything to work with it. All they need is one good chance, one opportunity. This game is theirs. Drop, waiting and waits, and there's a shot on. Blackjack will be there for it. Next new Kooks with a bit of a scare on that backfield, but he'll be away for them. And a huge pinch. Blackjack first to it. That net's open, put a bump on Widow, and that's going to ruin their chances. Next to new Kooks, that was the opportunity. And they squandered it themselves. Widow bumped out by Calf, I believe, and arrivally on the Kooks here, they've still got a lot more action to go through. Widow with the flick above. Rob to keep it away. Low boost for Calf. Blackjack will be called into action. The Kooks will continue to play as Blackjack's redirect may not work for them, but Widow will send it out. HK AstroLab will have to use a good amount of time just to get that ball back. The overtime continues. Still, AstroLab with all the pressure, but not all the momentum. And their spirits have not broken. Neither has the Kooks. Match point for whoever wants it, for whoever can take it. AstroLab, their first real stint on defense. Widow, that one stopped by Bucky. Blackjack will send it up. The Kooks. Rare opportunities on offense, but they're gonna get it! Off the crossbar! In front! Saved away by Bucky! The Kooks thought they had it, but it was stayed on the goal line and arrested there for the save! HKU AstroLab's life continues here in the Mach 10 Open in Game 3. Widow. Rob to keep the challenge going. AstroLab won it out, but Calf will keep them in. The Kooks can't get that chance. Bucky on no boost. We'll see that challenge away by Blackjack, but he won't get the dunk, and it's Xeno now with space to work with and players in the midfield. Xeno past two, but not past the third. Kooks will have to go all the way back. It's overtime. Man, I can feel this pressure, and I'm not even playing. The Kooks have held on, and now it's their chance to play the offense. AstroLab have had so many opportunities and have not been able to score. You really got to think about all those opportunities and just how much they matter for this team, the fact that they haven't been able to put them in. AstroLab looking for the chance. This might be it for Rob. Xeno to redirect, but Widow will be there first. And the Kooks will have more great defense in the back line. Calf now. Widow jumping. Widow going. Flip reset past one, but the Kooks aren't getting opportunities, and they'll continue to clear this ball upfield as Calf, Blackjack can't get it, and that net's wide open! It's in, and that's Game 3! HKU AstroLab in over 4 minutes of overtime. We'll catch next to new Kooks on an overcommit, and that will spell the win for them. So much offense, so much pressure, and they'll be the ones to win it, but this game's still far from over. With that being just Game 3, we've still got at least a Game 4 here to go for. And for next to Kooks, with how close these games have been, I wouldn't find it too surprising if they can force this series to go to Champions Field. My goodness. What a game that had to be. Night has only just started as we see a little ball there from Mach 10 jumping in. How you doing, Mach 10 Esports? Nice to see you guys. As we'll move into game number 4. These teams taking a good amount of a break between these games, and I don't blame them for it. How intense everything has been. Let's go again to game number 3. Man, that was a long overtime. But for AstroLab, it's well worth it. They one game away from taking this series, from going to the grand finals. These teams need to reset. That game might have been really nerve-wracking, but it is not over tonight. HKU AstroLab, one game away from taking this, one game away from moving on, and that's going to be a great start. Bucky has the goal, and it's HKU AstroLab who, only 13 seconds in, have already broken through the next-to-new Kooks defense. A great start for AstroLab, but it's only one goal. We've seen already that one goal doesn't generally win a game. It's going to take a lot more than just one. 2 or 3, but more than likely for them to make sure that the Kooks don't take this against them. Even then, who knows? The Kooks have shown that they can score 5 goals in a game, so AstroLab, that offense can only continue from here on out. As the Kooks, oh, that's a mistake in front. Blackjack nearly paid for it with a goal. So I'm going to lose the handle on that flick in front of his own net, and AstroLab was there to challenge him. Again, this team has been ruthless when it comes to their challenge in that midfield. They can definitely apply it a little higher up the field, although it is a little more risky. It'll require them to play a pretty fast style, which is maybe not what they want to go for at this point. Especially when you have a 1-goal lead, you don't need to take that kind of unnecessary aggression. As, you know, as time goes by, more goals and more opportunities to score goals will present themselves. AstroLab knows it, they're the ones holding the midfield, so chances are going to favor them. As I look for another play in front. This one sent away by Widow. Kooks will move upfield. Widow has really been the one to score a lot of the goals for the Kooks in this matchup, but again, we just haven't seen too much of the Kooks actually on offense, and without that kind of offensive, possession, they're going to struggle in getting chances on net. The defense may be solid, but not everything else. Is a pitch down! Oh my goodness! Oh! What in the world? Rob! Oh, that is a beautiful pinch from heaven! HKU AstroLab have ascended in the Mach 10 Open! An improbable shot! Rob! Putting HKU AstroLab on his back! And now they're 2-0 up! Next to new Kooks, stunned, so am I. Have you ever seen a goal that good in your life? Zeno looking for more, to the flip reset, he's got it, but Widow will keep it away. Rob up again, at this point you can't take anything for granted when Rob's going for the ball. I mean, he may have just scored the goal of the tournament. Right there, on this stream. HKU, is that a sign? It might be! Rob scored again! It's 3 for HKU AstroLab. And this series may be nearing its close. Rob, taking this one away. Next to new Kooks. How do you come back from a goal like that? A pinch off his own back corner. I have not seen a goal that insane in quite a lot of time. I have been casting almost every single day for over 2.5 years by this point. Well, actually about 2.5 years, not over. About 2.5 years, and we don't see those kind of goals often. And a corner pinch like that is quite unlikely. And you know what's crazy? It's not even from his own corner. It's from his. Sorry, it's not even from his opponent's corner. It's from his own corner. And he's just scored his hat trick. Rob's unstoppable. This guy. What did he eat today? Oh my goodness. HKU AstroLab. I think this game might be nearing its close as Mach 10 jumping in with a little raid. Hopefully your stream was good. I know obviously that's verified, so yeah, thank you so much for joining in. And obviously with the semifinals with HKU AstroLab and next to do Kooks AstroLab. Looks like they're going to take the series here in Game 4. But the Kooks still, if there's any hope left in this game, they've got to score soon. Rob, though, not letting them have it with that 50. And now, Bucky towards that back wall in front for Zeno. And Calf will get the block. The Kooks got to go downfield now. But it's a takeaway from Zeno. And HAU keep the ball in their possession. Off the ceiling goes Zeno. Calf will keep it out, but it's straight to Rob again. He will not miss. Bucky will shoot. And that's just off the post. Rob again to the back wall. Let's get that one past Calf. And it's HKU. We're going to take this game and prevent the Kooks from any sort of offense in their favor. But here comes Widow, and Bucky will save. Calf up again. Ironing out for next new Kooks in this tournament. AstroLab, one of the best of the teams, as a sample there from Zeno, but it will stay out. Just wasting time at this point. There's no need for AstroLab to score. Last game having been in over 4-minute overtime. What we're seeing here is just an insane, use of that momentum. And for AstroLab, they will be scored on here with 10 seconds to go, but there's no more opportunities for the Kooks to come back in this game. AstroLab, HKU AstroLab, I should say, will go to the grand finals. And play against, I believe it would probably be, well, we'll see who it is. I think it might be Black Flash who just won. What a series, though, but it's AstroLab who have now guaranteed a spot in that finals, guaranteed a piece of the prize pool. Chance to take the victory. They're going to the grand finals. Next to new Kooks. Stopped here in the semifinals. HKU AstroLab, one series away from being Mach 10 Open #1 champions. Again, on the other side, it is Black Flash who'll play against them. I'm assuming Black Flash probably won 3-1 out there. If Verify's still watching, which I assume he is. What a series that's got to be. And that goal from Rob really did solidify it there, that corner pinch. And yeah, for AstroLab, just solid all around. For them, that game 2, I really think that was the more important game this series. I mean, it just felt like the more important game for them. You know, with all that was on the line, with all that they were playing for. I think there's no other way to say it than that just that second game had, as Mach 10 telling us here, Verify telling us, it was a 3-1 win for Black Flash. And, well, they'll be in the grand finals. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, grand finals will be live. We'll see you guys soon. Welcome back to the Mach 10 Open number 1. I'm Sporty FC, and joining me is Panda. Welcome in, Panda. I know you got to see the quarterfinals matchup. Now you join here for the grand finals with AstroLab, the team that you cast in the quarterfinals, making it all the way.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Love seeing this team. I follow AstroLab as an org. I more or less follow AstroLab Pink due to one of their players, Ty, who is just now joining in for the finals. He wasn't here for the quarterfinals or the semifinals, as people probably in your stream saw. Bucky was subbing in for Ty, but now Ty is here. He is back, and he should be ready getting into the action sometime soon. So they are going to be facing Black Flash, who you tell me is the higher seed in this tournament.
Yeah, if you take a look at that bracket that I have sorted out, if I actually go to the correct... Of course, I go to the wrong screen. I always do this to myself. If we go to the correct screen, yeah, here's Black Flash. They had a bye. They're the number 1 overall team in this tournament, and they took down Mach 10 3-1. I would argue a tougher matchup for them, but still scary enough for HKU AstroLab to take down next to Kooks in a 3-1 themselves. So both these teams making it feel to this point again. As you said, Black Flash, again, are the higher seeded team, but take a look at those lineups. We'll see actually who is playing on Black Flash. We've seen this team a long time ago back in the Black Line Championship Series, but they have not changed all too much since then. I think the only player actually added would be Aggro, but again, they have not changed all that much since then. Still a solid team, so really, again, a lot of up in the air things, and I really need to see for AstroLab. With what they did last series, I need to see them elevate, because against Black Flash, they're going to have to. I see no other way.
Yeah. By the way, is the Frosty on Black Flash the same pro slash bubble pro Frosty, or is that just someone
No,
with
absolutely not. Frosty is one of the most common player names out there. There are a million
Okay.
different Frosties. I'm just letting you know, there's a million different Frosties out there. So,
Yeah, I just know that this is
unfortunately,
higher ranked.
yeah, no, it's not. It's not the Bubble Pro. He wouldn't. He would actually be too high ranked to play in this. It's
Oh,
literally just like literally there's a million different players named Frosty, who are
yeah.
on a million different teams. It's complicated. Don't worry about it too much. But yes, there is a
Okay.
player named Frosty on Black Flash. There's actually a player named Frosty that was on Mach 10. So there's tons of different Frosties out there. So again, still a solid matchup though. I would say though this is gonna be this should be a interesting one. Again, I think Black Flash is the favorite team to win this match. But how AstroLab has played, if Rob shows up, we could really see AstroLab go toe to toe with them. Because Rob last series was incredible. His offense was great.
Yeah, Rob, I was watching your stream with my co-caster Fishy Boy, and it looked very solid from Astrolab when Rob was peaking. He was playing absolutely out of his mind, out of his he was just playing amazing. He was the player on offense, he was the player on defense. And yeah, I saw your stream in the semifinals, and it looked like Astrolab was fumbling a little bit, especially in that game 2 when it was a very ugly game coming out from Astrolab. They did bounce back, but I think right now for Astrolab, they really need Rob to show up, or else it's going to have to rely on Zeno, and that's not really something that you want.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you ask the question and you look at AstroLab and you say this is a solid team, and then you look at Black Flash and you go, oh dear, this is a really solid team. So for AstroLab, we'll see what happens with AstroLab here, and again we'll see. I think the real question is going to be to them. I know how good these teams are. Again, I've seen Black Flash a long time ago. They're the higher ranked team in this matchup, but even with that said, we'll see how AstroLab plays against that, because for them, they're playing the upside here in this point. All these teams have guaranteed a part of the prize pool, part of that $100 prize pool. $70 to first, $30 to second. And we're just going to get to see this matchup in its entirety here. Really, I think, in this matchup, it's going to come down to that midfield, because we saw for AstroLab, when they won, they had that midfield under control, and that really helped them.
Yeah. When again, like you were saying, when Astrolab can get their footing on offense, then they're amazing. I mean, I've seen this, on this Astrolab team. I've also seen it on Astrolab Pink. When they are not on offense, they struggle the most. They are not a comfortable team on defense. I mean, they can make the saves because obviously they're a higher ranked team. They're higher level. Same thing with Black Flash. They can both probably make saves when they need to, but it's that point of how long can you stay on defense, and how long can you really put up with that pressure before you crack. And I assume with Black Flash is a higher rated team, but I haven't seen them play. but I'm assuming that they are probably more of an offensively handed team compared to more defense.
Yeah, but even so, as you mentioned, that defense is going to be important. We saw for AstroLab, it held them into that series, and for Black Flash, same thing against them. Mach 10 is no easy team. They love to make upsets, and they usually play to their opponents, so that defense really matters when you play against Mach 10. So for Black Flash, they've already had quite the tough matchup already for them. On the other side, again, obviously, it is HKU AstroLab, as we're getting all the players in. It's SpongeBob, Jiguber, Aggro, and of course, Big Cheeser. I think that's Frosty, I believe. So, actually, I think that tells me actually which Frosty it is. It is the same Frosty that plays on Final Frame Entertainment Blue. So it is the exact same Frosty. There's so many people named Frosty. It's such a commonly used name, but it's the same one who played on the stream on Tommy Bucket's stream. Actually, got the cast that only a few days ago. Yeah, that's got to be an interesting situation to be in. Again, that team actually won their match on Tommy Bucket's stream. So it's the same Frosty who is on FFBD Blue, which is in the Champions Division, very high level. So, again, that tells you how good this team is. They're in the Champions Division. You know how good these teams are.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm curious. So, which one was Frosty, or is Frosty's name under Big Cheeser or Aggro?
Big Cheeser. Aggro is one of their players.
Okay, Aggro is one of their players. Okay. And are we going to be referring to Cheeser as Frosty or as
Frosty?
Cheeser?
He goes by Frosty officially. He told me
Okay.
as well. He prefers Frosty, so we'll be calling him Frosty for this matchup. I know, a little confusing,
Okay.
and trust me, even when I was with Tommy Buckets, I had that. I really wanted to call him Big Cheeser, but it's Frosty. As again, we'll get these guys in. I love. He's making fun of the fact that he has the same name as a pro player. Yeah, not the same player. I promise you, this is not the NRG. This is not the ex-NRG pro player. Different Frosty. A little weird. Frosty's a common name. As we'll get these teams in. They're having some fun with this.
Yeah.
These guys having fun with it. Now they're making fun of NRG. NRG, I hope they're not watching this stream. As we'll get Black Flash and HKU AstroLab in for this one. The Grand Finals of Mach 10 Open number 1. A best of 5 series winner will be the Mach 10 Open champions. So for them, it's one match to determine who will be the number 1 team. It's Black Flash in the blue and AstroLab reprising the orange and reprising the early start. 3 seconds in and Bucky off the kickoff. Already maybe making me eat my words, saying Black Flash was a stronger side.
Absolutely, just part the Red Sea right between the eyes. Literally, that is a textbook definition of a right between the eyes shot. That is absolutely beautiful coming out from HKU AstroLab. They are already starting strong on offense, so I do have high hopes for them going to the series. If they can keep up that offense and they can really keep up that pressure against Black Flash, because right now, even though Black Flash have maybe more of the momentum going to this series, coming off of their last series and having more of the confidence, they cannot take HKU AstroLab too lightly.
They cannot. I mean, we saw last series why you can't take them lightly, and why you specifically can't take Rob lightly with how he has been playing tonight. Still, as you mentioned, it's really going to come down to his teammates if this is going to be a match that AstroLab can win or not. Bucky and Zeno, how are they going to support Rob? How are they going to be there with Rob? Because if they don't play well, it doesn't matter, as a flip reset double tap from Zeno. Almost a second for AstroLab. Maybe, just maybe, between the breaks they've been able to lock themselves down, and they're coming out very strongly here against Black Flash.
Absolutely, they're starting out extremely strong, and if Zeno and Rob can connect more on offense, and even Bucky, I think that they can actually, turn this Grand Finals into a little bit more of a highlight reel, because I saw Zeno score some pretty beautiful shots with that double coming in. Defense is awkward. Bucky can't make the save off the post. He's got a little bit of a concussion after that one, and Frosty is going to slot that one home, and that's going to equalize this game. 3:45 left on the clock.
1-1 in each. Black Flash showing their fangs. We knew they weren't going to get away without a goal for very long. No matter how good AstroLab's defense is, it's not going to be good enough to shut out Black Flash. And we're going to see that happen over and over again. If they're going to win, it's going to be from offense. It's going to be from how their offense plays. Because Black Flash, they're going to score on them a lot. And you're already seeing them test that backline. AstroLab are not holding on very well. As you mentioned, Panda, perfectly, defense is not going to be where AstroLab succeeds.
Absolutely. That's going to be a big miss, and I don't know if defense is where Black Flash is going to succeed either. This may be, a trading blows and who gives up the least amount of goals, as Now Goober going to try and flick that one. Bucky's going to be able to have the touch. Meets Zeno over. Can't really get the clear as that one touches ceiling. So Aggro is going to collect the ball. Frosty going to try and push that past corner. Gets a giant pinch, and that goes all the way to the other corner. Goober going to try and meet a teammate. And Black Flash are knocking on the AstroLab door.
And we're seeing SpongeBob G. Goober push up field. Yes, that is his name. And that is the name he goes by. This is not a determined in-game name. He's gone by that name before. So, yeah, SpongeBob G. Goober being that aggressive player, really pushing up for Black Flash. And we're seeing him get a lot of those chances still. It's going to take more as a 50. Rob's just bigger. And HKU AstroLab take the lead again.
Rob is just bigger. Rob is just better. As me and Fishy Boy love to say, that was a pure 50-50. But I mean, in the way of Rob, I think that was a 51-49 in favor of him, as that's going to be a 2-1 lead for HKU AstroLab. They just have to hold on to this lead. Their defense hasn't been looking great, but if they can keep up that offensive pressure, keep Black Flash back on that back foot, then they'll be absolutely cruising through this game number 1. And if they can get another insurance goal, then that'll be even better.
But no guarantees with how Black Flash is playing. Look at that back wall. It's getting pelted over and over. Black Flash giving no room for HKU AstroLab to break out of. Another play in front. Rob will clear. HKU struggling to keep up on the rotation. And the net's wide open. SpongeBob G. Goober will tie this game up again. It's going back and forth.
Yeah, that was just a massive miscommunication between Bucky and Zeno. Bucky had the touch, and I think... or Zeno had the touch, and I think Bucky should have just left it because that tip really crisscrossed the defense, and that was not the touch he should have made. But either way, we're 2-2 with a little over 2 minutes remaining. Can HKU AstroLab get another goal? It's going to be Rob to the backboard. Goober tries to make this squishy, and Zeno actually gets the shot on low boost now. Bucky needs to try and make the save. That's an empty backline, but luckily it hits the crossbar, and Bucky's going to try and get the redirect. That's a shot on coming in from Aggro, and that one gets sent away. But now Frosty with another shot, and the post is just dented. The post and the crossbar just absolutely dented with the power and the veracity that Black Flash is pelting their shots with.
I'm surprised they haven't taken the lead yet this game with how many shots they have upfield. HKU AstroLab are surviving by some sort of a miracle. Even with how good the defense has been from Rob, they should be losing at this point. With how well Black Flash is playing. It's just a testament to how solid and how well they keep things going. As another play in front. And some demos from HKU to open the space up, but you're not seeing much else as... I don't know what that is. Bucky with an uncharacteristic way to slow down Black Flash. It's worked there against SpongeBob G. Goober, but will be AstroLab to go back. Zeno, that one will be easily kept away by Frosty. Black Flash on it. Frosty, the flick will go nowhere. HKU AstroLab, who will keep that ball in the offense, holding on the midfield. Aggro, oh, he's misflipped. Bucky to take it, and he's hit it high. No goals there, and AstroLab will miss a crucial opportunity at a crucial time.
Yeah, if you are AstroLab, you have to be scoring those, and I know that, Ty was just getting back from work due to some scheduling mishaps, but, Ty would have shot that on, as he's an absolute offensive powerhouse, and your AstroLab, you'll want that shot back. You'll want that goal back because that would have forced them away from overtime, as that's going to be an empty backline. Oh, as that was just barely off, as AstroLab, maybe last shooting opportunity, surviving by the skin of their teeth. Aggro, big bang down. Rob, he's going to opt to keep this one alive. Bounce from corner. Can they keep it alive? No, no one was there middle to finish the shot, and we go into game 1 overtime.
AstroLab went to overtime in Game 2 in their last series. It was an over 4-minute affair. Will this last the same? Almost a mistake from Black Flash to end it inside the first 15 seconds. And it's HKU who've pushed up field already. They don't want another long overtime. They recognize they're not winning the momentum like they did in that game, in that last game that they played. Against Next to New, a much more difficult match against Black Flash. SpongeBob J. Goober's won this. Bucky will keep it out as HKU waiting with Rob challenged by Aggro. Bucky cleared it away, but SpongeBob is there for the shot. Saved by Rob. HKU continue to play solid defense, but for how long can they do this? Black Flash continue to attack and continue to look and find plays that break through.
And so it's now Bucky going to try and clear that ball downfield. Black Flasher knocking on the door. Rob has to make a clear. So that one's just going to be in the hands of SpongeBob G. Goobers. As now pinched down, as that might be met with Frosty, but Rob gets the save. Wave dash down, that's going to hit the back wall. Aggro's there to make the booming clear, and Frosty is just going to try and receive that ball. Zeno's there to keep it out of harm's way. Aggro gets a double touch. That's extremely awkward, and SpongeBob G. Goober is going to slot that one home. Minute 17 overtime ends with Black Flash coming out on top.
And while it was up in the air, Black Flash were the better team. They had the better offense. They had the midfield. We mentioned how much that's going to matter to HKU AstroLab's playstyle. We're seeing right now they're not winning the midfield, and that means they're going to have a tough time winning these games. As just look at the shots. It's 16-9. A lot of shots from these teams, but so many saves. It's taking a Herculean effort from Rob just to keep HKU AstroLab in it. And while he can do it again, you really think for AstroLab, they've got to prioritize that midfield.
Yeah, they really have to prioritize midfield. But I mean, it was actually an extremely even 50-50 field domination from both teams, and ball possession was also almost 50-50 from both teams. AstroLab really had the ball in their hands, or the game in their hands, throughout a lot of game one. It just happened to be those really, unfortunate backline mistakes. And I think if they clean up their defense a little bit more, then they can definitely take a game or two or even win this entire series off of Black Flash, because Black Flash, when they were on defense, they were also looking pretty ugly.
Yeah, it was not pretty from Black Flash. I do agree with that. Their defense had some issues, and we saw this kind of domination from these teams. There's still a lot more that this series can go with. It's Black Flash who've taken Game 1, who are now only 2 games away from winning the Mach 10 Open #1, but HKU AstroLab kept it close. Their defense stood tall, and Rob once again is standing on his head at times. For HKU, they're going to look to start off Game 2 as well as they can, because if Rob's playing the way he is, we just need a little more, and that's goal 1. Rob's taking it. HKU AstroLab off to a great start already.
Absolutely, and just saying, FYI, Mr. Sporty, maybe check the, maybe there's a storm going on in your background, but your mic and stream are getting extremely laggy, just FYI, that was still a good goal, though, coming in from AstroLab. A little bit of a oopsie on defense from Black Flash, though. No one to be found there, as Zeno going to try and get a second goal off the pass from the corner. That was almost beautiful, as Zeno going to try and go from the ceiling, maybe try and get middle, gets the double, almost shoots it home. And SpongeBob G. Goober tries to clear it out with aggro. That finally gets pushed out of a little bit of a hole. But Rob trying to run interference as Zeno double tries to shoot it in. The fake it almost goes in, but Rob can't read it in time, as that one's just barely going out. And Black Flash's defense is looking very not pretty. That one's an empty net from Zeno. Pass over to Rob. Rob's not going to miss that shot twice. That's going to be his second goal for AstroLab.
A great finish, a great start. Rob with 2 goals. And yeah, we are seeing some lag here. Apologies for that. I don't have a storm going on, but my internet might be having some issues here. Bad time for that to happen. Why couldn't it happen in the semifinals when we had it? But yeah, here in the grand finals, it's AstroLab. No matter, how lag it is, maybe for us or for them, they're coming out with a great start. Rob specifically leading the charge, but Anglo to go back. Saved by Zeno. Oh, what a save on the goal line. Black Flash got robbed there. What should have been goal 1 is now nothing. Oh, wait a second. Oh, that's the one just kept out as well. My goodness, AstroLab is keeping it close.
Absolutely is. Now Rob going to try and go into the air with aggro, and Bucky's going to be able to make the clear there. Rob couldn't make the touch when he needed to, and Frosty's going to be able to get a free clear. And now 3:28 remaining. Again, Black Flash, they're just way overcommitting and way too spread out. I know you're supposed to, in higher rank state, a little bit spread out, but this just seems way over spread out. They seem to, be throwing defensive rotations to the wind, as Rob, if he could have gotten the touch, that would have been a 3rd goal, because that was an empty net right behind him. And Black Flash, we were saying how AstroLab needs to fix their defense. Black Flash needs to fix their defense and really clean that up.
I think more of that. I just need to recognize that HKU AstroLab are good enough to beat them here. As you have already said, that this AstroLab team is playing up to their opponents, playing well to their opponents. Black Flash, may have been able to take down Mach 10, but it's only going to get tougher as this night goes on. They've really got to take HKU AstroLab seriously, because if they don't, this is what happens to teams that don't take HKU AstroLab seriously. You get scored on, and you get scored on a lot. This team knows how to play at this level, knows how to play against teams at this level, and if you wait for opportunities, you just may not get them. AstroLab are just playing so well. It's Flash, you have to answer as, you know, a great save. AstroLab, where some beautiful rotations, their defense is holding on because of it, and it's looking a lot better this game than it did the last time.
Absolutely, Rob gonna try and get a touch, isn't able to do so, but 50's out. SpongeBob G. Goober over in the midfield now. Bucky trying to meet Rob. It gets cut out by Frosty, and now shot coming on. That's the one that's going to be high. Zeno with the clear down to midfield. Aggro has to try and cut it, but Rob there. Aggro gets the touch that he needs to. Goober over to Aggro. Aggro, can he put on a shot? Sadly, no, as Zeno's going to bang that one all the way down to the back net and tries to demo Frosty while he's up there. Now HKU AstroLab, they are swarming. They smell blood in the water, and it is Black Flash blood that they smell.
Yeah, Black Flash with 90 seconds to go in this game if they want to take match point early. AstroLab doing anything they can to prevent that. And it's really coming through this midfield, which is what we said they are prioritizing at this point. And to good effect. We saw last series how that midfield can sometimes turn off and on for HK AstroLab. It's on at this point, and Black Flash is getting every bit of it. And they're not scoring, and for a very good reason. HKU AstroLab, their midfield, when it's playing well, is just unbeatable.
Absolutely, and now Aggro tries to bump last back, but Bucky's going to be able to get there in time, but passes it over to Frosty. You may want to opt to control that one, as that's just a little bit of a misplay. Zeno gets bumped by Aggro, and Bucky has to make a touch, but Frosty just waiting there. And that's a little bit of a... We were praising AstroLab's defense throughout most of this game, but that one was a little bit of an oopsie. 61 seconds remaining, and now Black Flash only need one goal. If you are AstroLab, you want that insurance goal back, as that's another shot coming in from Aggro. Now Goober going to try and get that middle. Bucky's going to cut it out. That's right to Aggro, who I thought was facing the net, but no one from Black Flash facing it. Maybe opting for a little bit more of a defensive approach, but we'll see how much that comes back to bite them throughout the rest of this game.
Yeah, time already running down to almost 30 seconds left, and Black Flash getting very little, if anything, up the field. Aggro will send it to the midfield, but a cutout from HKU, and they'll look, as you said, to get that insurance. Less than 30 seconds to go. It's HKU who've got the possession, and there is the insurance. It comes from Bucky, and HKU, I think this game is theirs.
Absolutely, as now Bucky... Another shot, another goal, 22 seconds. If Black Flash really want to come back into this game, they have to score quick, and they have to score now based off of that kickoff. And we'll have to see what happens here. Frosty tries to get it in, meets Aggro. Aggro gonna try and go for the double, but meets Bucky on the back line. SpongeBob G. Goober tries to find someone, just can't. And now Frosty over to midfield, can't find a teammate. Aggro just gonna bang that to the sidewall. It just seems like a Champ 3 lobby at this point with how much sidewall banging is going on from Black Flash at this point. But this game 2 is going to be in favor of AstroLab, as they are definitely playing up to grand finalist appearance.
Yeah, as you said, this is a grand final performance from HKU AstroLab. There's not really much else to say except they did better. They played better. Maybe they needed a game just to get things kind of sorted out and ready to go. Ever since that kind of little hiccup in game 1, they are back into their momentum, back into how they're feeling, which it looks like they're feeling pretty good. And I would say, again, apologies for that lag. I think it's been sorted out now. As we'll move into game number 3. And so far, Panda, they both these teams with great performances. And really, I can't tell either one apart when they win, because when they win, it's from the exact same playstyle.
Absolutely, as... hate to say, but you are still experiencing a little bit of lag.
Oh, you're not wrong. I am lagging.
I do not know why, but, you know, it is all good. If you need me to take over casting for a hot minute, then I am able to do so while you figure out your lag situations. As we're going into Game 3, kickoff in favor of HKU AstroLab. That one's going to go over to SpongeBob G. Goober. Fakes under one. Can he get it past Zeno? No, he's not able to do so. And now Frosty is going to try and continue that offensive pressure. So now Bucky tries to get a touch in the air. It's a little bit awkward. And Rob going to try and bang one over to the side. And Zeno going to try and clear that one down. Aggro tries to keep their offense alive. Bucky maybe there for the shot. As now Aggro, maybe a little bit of a miss, and Rob going to try and continue on with Zeno. Zeno with the shots just off, but defenders, they are awkward. Can Bucky get the shot that he needs? He can, but it's weak. As Frosty just there to make the save. Rob with the bump. Zeno can't read the ball. Aggro going to try and keep pushing downfield, and Aggro with the ceiling pitch is on target. Even if it was, Rob was there to make the save, and Zeno going to try and clear that downfield. Zeno with a ceiling pitch of his own. Rob, can he put that one on target? Almost does, and it seems like AstroLab has really come alive in Game 3.
Yeah, maybe that Game 2 has been everything they needed going into Game 3, going into the continuation of this series. For Black Flash, they're getting a reality check at this point from HKU AstroLab, and that reality check is, are you good enough? And, well, it's going to be a tough question to answer because it's HKU AstroLab who have proven, at least for now, they're good enough to play. They're good enough to play here, and they're good enough to score as Zeno slots that one into the top right, and AstroLab are up by 1 already.
Yeah, Zeno really putting the Zen in his name, as that was an absolute snipe from that pass. Top right corner, absolutely beautiful. That's going to be the opening goal for AstroLab, as we'll see if they can continue this offensive pressure and hold up this lead, as in Game 1 they weren't able to do so. They had the game in their hands multiple times. They weren't able to keep it, so we'll see if they can keep it in Game 3 like they were Game 2. Now Bucky off the back wall meets Aggro. Aggro tries to find that middle for a teammate, but Zeno cuts it out, dunks another, and SpongeBob G. Goober is able to get there in time. Man, that's a tongue twister of a name. As Aggro trying to work it around his corner. No one there to challenge him from AstroLab. Zeno able to get the demo. Bucky tries to redirect that one on net. That was almost beautiful. It's now Aggro with Rob. Rob tries to get that middle. Aggro has to make a touch. He's able to tip it above any offensive players from AstroLab. As now Aggro with the miss. Bucky trying to run interference, but Goober dodges the bump, makes the save. AstroLab, they're just unrelenting on their offense. They do not want to let Black Flash breathe, as at some point they have to crack, and there has to be a second goal.
Well, we'll see about that. Black Flash so far have prevented that here in Game 3. They recognize with match point on the line for whoever takes this game, they need to be the ones to score next. They really can't let AstroLab take a 2-goal lead, because at that point, that spells disaster. That probably spells the win for this game with how close everything has been, with how low scoring everything has been at times. Black Flash has not been able to attack the net, and AstroLab, who, again, were not the team expected to take this series, have come out and are looking to take this series. It's Bucky now on the offense, and just the mechanics, everything seems to go well for AstroLab, and really, the only issue they have is that they haven't scored more, and with time, with chances they're getting, more goals are sure to come.
Rob kind of faking out one of the defenders on Black Flash because he ran out of boost. I think they were expecting another touch. Zeno having to make an awkward touch off the back wall. Rob there. Aggro tries to find a teammate middle. Bucky with a little bit of a miss, but luckily no one there to punish from Black Flash. And now Rob tries to make sure that ball stays out of harm's way, and he's able to do so. Zeno going off the wall, gets a pass 2. Can he get it past 3? No. SpongeBob G. Goober is able to make the save when it matters most. He will keep this game to 1 goal.
And only 1 goal. What a huge save that is. Black Flash need every play they can get on defense, because AstroLab are still attacking ferociously. Still going for the net. A chance there from Zeno. Just wide. Rob now. No boost. Net's bumped out. And AstroLab get their second eventually. Black Flash cannot stop the offense.
Yeah, just a little bit unfortunate coming out from Black Flash. You try your hardest. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. You try your hardest, and it only says... Whoops, my internet died there for a second. My bad.
I thought that was me for a second.
Issues.
We're both having issues. We have the same storm happening. Totally.
Yeah. But yeah, that was just a little bit unfortunate coming out from Black Flash there. That you try so hard, and it says that you only have 3 saves, but I've seen more coming out, as no matter how many saves you seem to get, it just doesn't seem to matter in the end. And Frosty almost has the shot there, but just a little bit of an unlucky bounce follow-up shot. He gets it in, and 26 seconds remaining. Sporty, I have to ask, is it just a little bit too little too late for Black Flash in Game 4?
Absolutely
Game
not.
3?
Well, it's definitely not too late for Game 4. That hasn't happened yet. But in terms of Game 3, with 26 seconds, I only need one goal. We've seen that happen before. You've done that, but we've seen that happen before. You've even done that before on this stream, so you know it definitely is possible. Without Black Flash are playing well, it may not be the more confident team at this point. They have everything in place to be a solid performer. So with time running out, they only need one good chance, and that's what they're looking for at this point. Playing on defense. HKU AstroLab will keep them away to keep that match point in their favor. Zeno now up to it, leaving it for Rob, and that's gonna go in. Now it's confirmed. AstroLab will have 2 chances to take the win in the championship for the Mach 10 Open.
Absolutely, absolute slot coming in from Rob. Who else but Rob rocking that Carbine Corp title and profile picture? As not 1 second remaining, unless they score an absolute pinch from Black Flash, then that one's over, and they don't. So, ball going to hit the ground. HKU AstroLab go on double match point. As like you said, they have 2 chances to take this championship and do Eric proud. Ty watching from the sidelines, they are all in call with each other, as it is going to be an absolute beautiful Game 4, and hopefully not for AstroLab Game 5, but definitely Game 4.
We'll see about this. Game 4, AstroLab won that last series 3-1. They may do so here. Mind that $100 prize pool split between the winners. It's 70 for first and 30 for second. So you more than double your prize pool if you take the win here. All the pressure on AstroLab and Black Flash, specifically Black Flash, because they had only 3 shots that game. It was just a struggle for them to be involved in HKU AstroLab. They gotta be feeling good. Rob is again showing up. 2 goals, over 570 points. This guy also with 2 saves. He's been doing it not on offense or defense, but on both. And well, you have to say, the fact that he's been doing it on both is making this kind of an MVP caliber performance.
Absolutely. I mean, no doubt about it. Even in the quarterfinals and in the semifinals, he's been absolutely popping off as that crucial player. He has been amazing recently. So, or not even just recently, just, you know, as a player, Aggro fake one out, though, as now offense seems to be starting out strong for Black Flash, and Bucky tries to pinch that middle. A little bit of a double commit between Rob and Zeno, and no one going to be able to continue that push, as that's going to be a soft shot, easy save for Bucky, and both teams have it, or AstroLab kind of feeling the pressure a little bit coming into Game 4.
HKU AstroLab on the offense now. There's no telling how many goals they'll get this game, and that's the scary part for Black Flash. They know AstroLab can score and will be scoring. I mean, it just is going to happen with how they've been playing already. But for Black Flash, there is no stopping. They gotta play well, but they're gonna get scored on there. It's Zeno to score, but guess who makes the assist? It's Rob again. It's a straight fear in the hearts of Black Flash.
Absolutely, is that's just a little bit of an unfortunate. That's a great pass and a great shot coming out from HKU AstroLab. Just a little bit of unfortunate positioning coming up from Black Flash. After that first game, they've just seemed like a shell of who they once were, as they can't connect on defense. They can't connect really on offense either. They're playing like 3 individuals. They are not playing like a team, while HKU AstroLab, they're playing as great individuals and great as a team. As Black Flash really needs to start showing that if they want to force a Game 5 here. Rob, reset around or under 1, can't get it past 2 to score the goal, but they are just knocking on the Black Flash doors. That might be a goal, okay? It took 2 players double committing from Black Flash, but they were able to get a ton in the end to equalize the game.
I'd say this is teamwork. I'd say it's great teamwork. They're Aggro making it where Zeno has to hit it backwards. He can't hit it forwards, or else he gets dunked, and that's a goal nonetheless. So, an awkward play, and while it's a little weird, they'll take it. They'll take all of it as Black Flash now tie this game up. Their first goal in a while. Now they'll look for 2. Maybe that goal will be the confidence giver that they need, because they've been looking for something to give themselves confidence in the series. And well, any goal, even if it's a weird one like that, will do. And I don't think they're going to be complaining. Although AstroLab, they still have every reason to take this game. It's going to be a different year. Double tap will be saved by Rob, and Black Flash is overcommitted. Wait a second. Rob's going to go, and that's will hit off the post and stay out. Nearly the lead for HKU, as Black Flash almost got an overcommit.
Oh! Doesn't really matter if they overcommit when Zeno's on the ball. 45 boosts go off gets the one touch, doesn't even have to threatens the bump on Frosty, bumps the last defender. That one just rolls in. That's gonna be the lead for AstroLab as 3 minutes 10 seconds remaining. And we'll see if they can hold on to this lead or Black Flash can gain it back. It looks like they might be able to gain it back off of a little bit of a misplay, but no, it just goes off the post as Rob makes up for that little bit of a defensive oopsie from AstroLab.
I can't believe that's how stayed out. A great dunk, and now it's going to be a goal for AstroLab. Oh my goodness, from one end to the other. It's Rob to finally get a goal this game, and it's HKU AstroLab who, once again, do not stop this offense once they get things going. It's like an on-off switch. Once it's on, you can't turn it off, and AstroLab, this is an unprecedented amount of offense here in the Grand Finals.
Absolutely is. You know, I'm reading chat right now, and it really does seem like as soon as Sonoda, one of AstroLab Pink's players, joined the chat, they just haven't stopped winning. So
Sonoda buff?
I think it really is. Yeah, Sonoda buff. I really think it is Sonoda buff this series. As soon as he came in, they just started winning, and they seem no signs of stopping anytime soon, as Black Flash really need to turn this game on its head if they want to come out on top.
And for AstroLab, I think it was the same thing in that last series as well, where they had one loss to their opponents in that, and again in that semifinal we saw earlier today. And ever since then, they just never lost, and it feels like it's the same thing. Once they lose, they download the whole playstyle and they just take you down piece by piece. And the Black Flash, they still have 2 minutes to come back, but yeah, it just feels like once AstroLab kind of knows, once they start playing well, it just snowballs into better and better playstyle. And for Black Flash, they are just struggling to get good chances on net. They're getting opportunities, but they're not working. It's another overcommit, and it's Zeno to Rob to goal 4. AstroLab catching Black Flash again, and for Black Flash, they're sending the whole house up field, and it still doesn't work.
Yeah, I think, you know, if you're a Black Flash, I understand the push. I understand the how the reason behind you being desperate. There's the word, or there's the phrasing. But why you're being so desperate on offense? But I mean, you know, you're going to get punished for it. If you do not score, you're going to get punished for it. And in that case, they did not score, so they got punished for it. And it just seems like HKU AstroLab's game style, like you said, they just basically downloaded Black Flash. Zeno almost putting on a Zen-like clip. That would have been absolutely amazing. Rob tried to put on another, but, you know, they just seem to be downloaded. Black Flash just seemed to be completely downloaded, and HKU, while it's looked close at some points, even from the game one get-go, that's just going to be a 5th goal, as Black Flash's defense is way too overcommitted. But it just seems like even from game one, you know, AstroLab seemed to really have Black Flash's number.
Yeah, it is, and it's unfortunate for Black Flash. They couldn't keep it closer. But on the side of HKU AstroLab, at this point, I feel like they may have guaranteed their championship. Still, they've got a minute to go, but with a 5-1, this might be a championship that doesn't end in a bang, but instead in a whimper. And AstroLab are the ones carrying out that beating here, as Zeno leading on this game. 3 goals on, I believe, 4 shots from him. And for Black Flash, only 1 goal so far this game. They've had offense, but those chances have been minimal. And it's really just been AstroLab who have just been all over the place, and we mentioned how we need to see other players step up. Talk about Zeno stepping up for this game. It's been a lot less of Rob and a lot more of Zeno here for HKU AstroLab, and I've loved to see that adjustment because it shows that this team is not one-dimensional. It's not just one player doing everything on offense. It's a whole team effort. It's a whole team, and it's a whole team that's now 30 seconds away, less than 30 seconds away from getting that championship. As another overcommit from Black Flash means another goal for Rob. He's going to get a hat trick this game, and with 17 to go for Black Flash, at this point, all hope is gone, and HKU AstroLab will take them down here in this final best of 5.
Yeah, I think, you know, there were doubts surrounding this AstroLab team coming into this series. There were doubts of whether or not they could pull it off, but doubters have been shushed. No doubts anymore, as you have found your Mach 10 Open champions. That ball's not even going to go in. Frosty's going to be given that one basically for free, as AstroLab, I think they are just celebrating as much as possible right now, as 7 seconds remaining. SpongeBob G. Goober saying it's winnable. I don't know. Unless AstroLab just completely stop playing, then I think it is in their hands.
Well, it is now. It's confirmed. HKU AstroLab, Mach 10 Open #1 champions. A win over Black Flash. Nobody can stop this team tonight as they've won both the series on this stream. The semis, the finals, both going 3-1. They downloaded the playstyles of both their opponents, and they took that with them. Another amazing win, and Panda, what a night for HKU AstroLab and their roster. Really, just beautiful all around.
Absolutely. Bucky, you got to give congrats to Bucky big time. He's been amazing stepping up as that sub. He's been amazing, all around the field, being that really amazing third man and even first man at times. I mean, he's just been, a great player all around. Really amazing from him being able to step up as that sub when Ty was not available or around and being able to take down these, high caliber teams. It is just great to see Astrolab come out on top.
Yeah, it's again HKU AstroLab who will be our champions. If we take a look at that final bracket for the final time, I know they're editing it right now, but take a look at all the matches we've seen. Again, it's Black Flash are going to be second. HKU AstroLab will end up as first in the Mach 10 Open #1. What a night it has been, Panda. What a night it has been overall. It's just been amazing from start to finish. We got to see two incredible best of sevens, and AstroLab who will be our winners at the end. Beautiful performance, really. No other team, I think, deserved it more than them.
Absolutely is. This was a great showing out. Are we going to have a interview at
Yeah,
all?
we are going to have one.
Okay.
I'm gonna probably get them in. I'm probably gonna get them involved with in this one. If you want to, here's how it's gonna work. We're just gonna go to the Mach 10 server for just a second. I'll drag you in as we'll get the little interview going. Just give us a minute here as we get AstroLab in.
I'm not in the
Oh yeah, I forgot you.
Mach 10 server.
They didn't invite you in. There you go. Again, I'll drag you in. So while we're doing that, while we get that set up, guys, I'm gonna also complete that prediction poll. It's HKU AstroLab who have won the whole tournament. Again, a big win for them. Again, here we go. We're moving in. We'll drag everybody in. Oh, I can't drag people. Oh well. 1 second. As again, we'll get these guys in 1 second. Again, apologies on that. We're gonna get everybody in here for just a quick moment.
There we go.
There you go. You've been dragged in. Hello there. We're gonna get them in. As joining us now is Rob from HKU AstroLab. We mentioned how solid your night has been, Rob, and now you're Mach 10 Open #1 champions. How does it feel to have a night like this and to see yourself at the very top?
It feels great, man. Honestly, it was a great series from us, apart from that game one, but we stepped it up and we got the W. So I'm proud of the team. Proud of the team.
Absolutely. As amazing. And how was it, having Bucky as that sub there for you guys and really trying to get him up to speed with you guys? Because I know that there's a lot of questions around Bucky subbing in because he isn't, one maybe as high of a caliber as you guys, at least on paper.
I mean, yeah, he was really good. He really locked in with us. We had a good rotations. It was our first time playing together, so we did really good. He's good to like adapt with other players, so I'm thankful for that, honestly. And he let us do our thing. He stayed in the back, locked it all down, and he was really good. Yeah.
Oh, we also have Zeno joining us as well for a little chat. Again, welcome in as well, Zeno, to be champions. Your nights again started off with a win over Sunset Elite. That one went to Game 3, your closest series probably of the night, at least in how close the series was. Just to start off this night, we didn't even have to get the stream that, but you guys nearly almost got eliminated. So can you tell us kind of about that series, how close it was? Because that one went to a Game 3 in a best of 3 matchup. So you guys could have been out in the very first round. What did you guys do? What were you guys kind of talking to each other about then? Because whatever it was there, that it kind of continued on in the night.
What is it? Who is it for? Me or
Yeah,
Ronnie?
you just joined in.
Oh, I mean, we were just talking. We were just when we won the first match, and then when we lost the second one, we were just like it was fine. I just try to calm down and try to calm my teammates down so we can like play good, not troll, obviously. And I just tried my best, and I was lagging during all these matches. Like I couldn't really play good, but I tried my best, and I guess it turned out good.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. I mean, you played amazing, and even up to comparable with Rob, who also had an amazing series. I just gotta ask, how does it feel to, in that quarterfinals, be able to take down Sunrise Elite, who had a couple players who were RLCS qualifier, almost top 16 teams. How did it feel being able to
Damn,
take that
They,
down or take them
uh,
down?
I
you mean
didn't
it's like
know that.
almost top 124, I believe. That team is not top 16. That's their main team. That's almost top 16. Um, but I know what you mean, Panda. No,
Okay.
it's the team you're thinking of is actually the main team for Hunter X35, which is a whole different roster. But almost top 128. Actually, I think what you meant there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I knew that they were a higher place team.
they were a high ranked team. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
So
I mean, shoot. We didn't know that, but hey, we just went in, played our game, and just did our thing, and it worked out. So
I can tell you that again. That team's solid. I've seen that team's run, and again, almost being top 128. They're very solid. So you guys take them down, and it only got scarier because Black Flash are a very solid team as well. What about that series against Black Flash? It felt like a really tough win. It felt like you really had to pull out a win there. What was it about Black Flash that, at least in Game 1, kind of gave you guys a struggle and that you guys needed to adapt to? Because after Game 1, you guys didn't really have any major issues.
honestly, man, we just had to figure them out, see how they played, and once we figured that out, we were able to lock it down. We know how to counter it, playing fast, reading their touch is good, and yeah, we just knew how to adapt to them.
absolutely great, and I hope you guys enjoy your night together. Enjoyed that win. You guys absolutely deserve it. You all were amazing. You played amazing. I hope to see you guys, team together in future tournaments. A little bit sad that I didn't get to see my buddy Ty play in it, but I mean, with just you three as a team, you guys play amazing. I hope you guys, do some future tournament runs, and I hope to be able to either cast it or watch it.
Yeah, again,
Yes, sir.
Again, congratulations on your win. Before we let you guys go here, HQ AstroLab, we're going to get some shoutouts here because I think you guys deserve it. Let's start with Zeno. Is there any shoutouts you have? Anything you want to say?
Um, not really. But yeah, thank you for the offer, but not really. Thank you.
Of course, we'll now move on to Rob. Is there anything you'd like to say, Rob? Any shoutouts that you have?
Yeah, a huge shout out to Bucky, man, for stepping in for us, with us, and playing his best, and yeah, I really appreciate him for it. And yeah, shout out to everyone watching. Love you guys, and yeah, good stuff. GGs.
And we'll end off now. I know Arik wanted to jump in and wanted to get some shoutouts. So, Arik, I know it's late for you, man, but you have any shoutouts that you have? I know it's really late over there for you, but is there anything you'd like to say? Oh, wait, Arik says he can't talk. It's too late. I knew it was like really late. He's European, by the way, so for him it's like free. So he's really late for him. He can't
Oh,
say anything. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, I'm sure Arik would have shouted out the Arik HKU AstroLab. Anyways, again, thank you guys so much for joining in. Congrats on the win here tonight in your victory over Black Flash and just the victory in the Mach 10 Open. Congratulations. Have a great night. Hopefully, we'll see you guys play in future Mach 10 events.
Later, man.
Yep. Thank you. Have a good day.
Of course, Panda. What a night it has been. Is there any last things you want to say before we're gonna get this raid out and we're gonna end the stream here?
I mean, just again, thank you for having me and being able to join you in this amazing game and this amazing tournament. Thank you to AstroLab and especially Ty for allowing me to be able to be a caster in the quarterfinals for that team. Just great job to all the teams. GG's to everyone, and I can't wait to see some more action out of AstroLab because I think that they are going to be a force to be reckoned with in future tournaments.
Oh yeah, they will be. AstroLab as an org is a force to be reckoned with. But thank you so much for joining the Spotia stream here for the Mach 10 Open #1, sponsored by Mach 10 Esports. Thank you so much for joining from Panda and myself. Have a great night, everybody. Take care. We'll see you again very, very soon.